over the United States, millions of teenagers have started school at home, and parents are wondering how they can set their teenagers up for success. One survey of high school freshmen showed that students spent numerous hours on entertainment. It may be no surprise to parents of teenagers, but students reportedly spent more hours on entertainment than they did on schoolwork. One student reported spending 33 hours watching Netflix, and another spent 22 hours on YouTube and other social media. Consequently, schoolwork received much less attention and suffered for it. Even the students themselves were surprised at how much time they wasted. Once they were released from rules and deadlines about class attendance and class hours, students found themselves unable to make good choices. Your teenagers, now freed from the structure of a brick and mortar school, are likely to have the same difficulty in making wise decisions. Welcome to Ruthsstraighttalk, the channel designed to help you, your students, and your children live fuller lives, become lifelong learners, and grow into the awesome human beings you were designed to be. I'm Cynthia Ruth. In this video, I would like to explore several tips and skills to help you and your teenager successfully maneuver through these online classes. If these skills are learned now, they will help your teen survive the crisis now and in the future. Also, don't miss my bonus tip at the end of this video. So let's get right to it. Number 1, creating a schedule for productive behavior. One powerful strategy is the establishing of a schedule and structure for the school day. Your teen had an established pattern for home and another pattern for school. Now, both of these patterns must merge to form a pattern designed to maximize time in online classes. Most teenage students are technology savvy and can develop a program schedules that are detailed enough to set alarms when different activities are to be done. Parents should keep in mind, however, that while you should be a vital part of the schedule creation, the teenager must be able to take ownership of that schedule if he's expected to follow it. Also, they don't need to follow the same early morning routine as regular school, but they do need some structure around sleep. Sleep interruptions has negative effect on emotional control, attention, and control of behavior. So encourage the student to develop a daily, weekly, and monthly schedule to ensure that all school deadlines are met. Setting an alarm on their phone or sending them a calendar invite for, say, 11 o'clock can be a reminder to teens that it's time to move on to a different project or assignment. Even if you are at home with them, you can remind them of what the alarm means. If you're not at home, you can follow up the alarm with a text or a call. Sometimes even a physical schedule can help a student stay on track if it is posted somewhere prominent and easily accessible. Number 2, create if-then clues. Research shows that when we use if-then habits, we can accomplish our goals. So what are if-then habits? They are triggers or cues for action. For example, many of us created habits for when we walk in the door after work. Without thinking about it, our minds know that if we walk in the door, then we will put our keys on the kitchen counter. In the same way, we can help our teenagers create intentions around when they will do their schoolwork. For example, they can develop a habit that after waking up in the morning, they will have breakfast and check their assignments for the day. Having breakfast becomes an if-then habit for checking online for their assignments of the day. Number 3, include socialization. Of course, the schedule should incorporate non-academic activities such as time for exercise, relaxation, socialization, of course with social distancing, and sleep. Social activities are a necessary part of your teen's life and must be included in the schedule. Typically, students will see their friends at the beginning of the day, between classes, during lunch, and then after school. However, if you want to help them to stay focused on their schoolwork, you can build in several 15 to 20-minute blocks of time for teens to check social media, get a snack, or just generally veg out. And this time should be structured with a start and a stop time. Number 4, allow for autonomy. Your child is probably already experiencing stress about changes in his life that is out of his control. So allow him as much autonomy as possible in developing and implementing his schedule. As humans, when we feel that we have a voice in the decision making, we are more open to ensuring its success. Because your teen is nearly an adult, you should allow them autonomy in completing assignments, uploading them, and rechecking with the teacher that the work that is completed is turned in on time. While you want to make sure that your teen does not fall behind in his schoolwork, it is essential that you do not become a helicopter mom. That is one that is always hovering over your child. Number 5, create a designated workspace. Create a designated workspace where your teen can do schoolwork and only schoolwork. When your teen enters that area, he should be thinking schoolwork. To help with this shift, set up a space that signals to your child that they are in school. This would include textbooks and school supplies, computer equipment such as laptops, headphones, and printer. This area should be quiet with adequate lighting and a comfortable desk and chair. Remove all distractions such as televisions and video games. People respond to cues in spaces without explicit rules. For example, people speak more quietly in libraries, even without an actual librarian being present. You want to set up these cues in this space that reminds your teen of why they are there and what they should be doing while they are in that designated workspace. Number 6, social modeling. Since we are social beings, we are strongly influenced by the people around us. Research suggests that the presence of others around us can set up social norms for behavior. So if you are at home with your teen, you can set the norms for your team and facilitate their on-task behavior. For example, if you're at home during your child's online class time, you can turn off the TV and settle down with a good book for some quiet reading time. This will reinforce an academic ambience that will help your child's mindset to focus on schoolwork. You might doubt that you have that influence over your teen, yet research shows that parents are very influential in their child, whether it's a teenager or not, in your child's life. Social modeling and setting norms mean that you follow a schedule that is similar to that of your teens. Just as your teen checks their assignments and create a to-do list for the day over breakfast, you can do the same. Just as they stay off social media during work periods, you should do the same. They need to see you do it. Knowing that other people are doing the same thing as you is motivational, but the closer the other person is to you, the more powerful their influence. So set up a workspace near to them so that they can see you working from home. The bonus strategy: accept your child's emotions and be patient with them. The current shift to remote teaching for elementary, middle, and high school and university students is unprecedented. There are teaching professionals, instructional designers, and tech support people scrambling to prepare technology and materials, administrators working through all downstream consequences. Parents are trying to make their own transitions to working from home or not working at all. Now is the time for self-compassion as well as social distancing. The ending of in-person teaching is a life-altering event for teens. As the closures are extended and postponed, events become canceled events. Teens are likely to become anxious, scary, angry, and sad. And teens may be unable to process or label those emotions. Accept that your teen is feeling very valid and very intense emotions. Then show them how to not react to those strong emotions, how to control emotions when they feel out of control, and how to reduce the intensity of those emotions. This will require an abundance of patience with your teen, but in the end, it will help you form bonds that could last a lifetime, and your child will thank you for it. So there you have it, several strategies to help your teen succeed in online school. Keep in mind also that as parents, you have the option to change into any educational program that you feel is best for your child. If this video has helped you, please leave me a comment at the bottom of the screen. Also, if you have a story, a tip, a strategy, a question, or just some advice that you would like me to share with my audiences, please also leave me a comment at the bottom of the screen. Click on these videos above for more awesome information on education and parenting. As always, thank you so much for visiting with us at Ruthsstraighttalk.com. It has been a pleasure, so happy learning and goodbye.